What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave and the Professor here, and welcome to the Geek Lounge. We are going to be continuing our own Star Wars celebration here on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be checking out these two Galaxy's Edge Legacy lightsabers. Alright, so technically these aren't exactly Galaxy's Edge Legacy lightsabers, right?
No, that's right. These have been... The hilts are what you would buy if you bought them from Galaxy's Edge, but they've been packaged into these display boxes for the purpose of being sold on Shop Disney. Obviously these are available in the UK. The benefit here is that you actually get the hilt, the blade, the belt clip and a stand.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously if you bought the hilt in Galaxy's Edge, you typically get the plastic case, but you are just buying the hilt. You have to buy the blade separately. You would have to buy a separate display stand and all those other bits that you can add on for the accessories, like the belt clips.
Yeah. So was this... We don't know if these were available in Disney US or...
I think they... Yeah, I'm not sure if... I would have thought they would have been sold on the US Disney shop as well online, but I'm not 100%. I imagine that Disney, with the lockdown and obviously a lot of people not being able to travel to Galaxy's Edge, obviously we've never got to go yet. And,
yeah, true.
But they...
Even though we've got a lot of stuff in there.
Yes.
More of that to come.
But obviously I guess they saw it as a way to at least get some of the merchandise out to fans who couldn't visit the parks and buy the things there.
Which, fair enough. When you travel as well, for us from the UK, but anyone from outside of the US, even travelling inside the US, if you go from like Florida to like LA, it's a long way to travel, and if you're buying something this size, because the blade is long, it is the size of this box, right?
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
So, to get that back on a flight is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Or going to be difficult anyway. Especially when you go through customs, they might be like, oh, what's that sort of thing. But
yeah, I mean the blades that come in this particular one is the 31-inch blade that's available at Galaxy's Edge. You get 3 sizes, the 26, 31 and 36. So obviously if you get the even larger one in the park, you've got to be able to transport that.
Is that so you can have like a Yoda lightsaber?
Yeah, so you can... Yeah, I mean they've got the other things, some of the stuff we were going to take a look at later on the channel, like the Temple Guard.
Yeah, that's a good one to come. Limited piece
now,
right? Yeah.
That uses
Stay
the smaller
tuned
blades.
For that one. So these two specifically though are it's Darth Vader and I think I said Luke in the kind of preview videos, but it's what Skywalker.
Yeah, it's technically the Skywalker lightsaber, so it's the saber that Obi-Wan takes off of Anakin.
Yeah. After like cutting away some of his limbs, and then the one that
Obi-Wan gives to Luke,
who then loses it because Darth Vader, aka Anakin, then cuts off a limb of Luke.
Yep. And then later is found by Rey in Maz Kanata's cantina, and obviously she eventually buries it outside Luke's place where he grew up on Tatooine.
Aunt Beru, or Peru as Ewan McGregor calls her.
And I gave them the baby to Uncle Peru, Aunt Peru, Uncle Owen.
And Uncle Owen, you can never forget about Uncle Owen. So I guess let's get into these bad boys then. If if you pull that side out.
So they come with these nice printed sleeves.
So these aren't like we mentioned the hard cases before, are they?
No, these are just cardboard, so they're not the same plastic hard case that you'd get, which is probably half the size.
One thing I did actually notice on here, 14 plus as well. Yes, it's not really a kiddie's toy. If you guys can make that out there, I'll zoom in on it. If not, but yeah, pretty expensive as well, no?
Yeah, I mean they're currently retailing for £160 on shopdisney.co.uk, which, in all honesty, probably isn't bad for the UK market. We usually end up paying more for a lot of these kind of things. The fact that you get the hilt and the blade with it and a stand is quite reasonable, I think. And they're still available now. They've been out for a good couple of months.
Yeah, and there is like a, what do you call this, embossed?
Like a embossed printing on the
again,
sleeve.
we'll do close-ups of that so you guys can see, because it's quite a nice design on there. A lot of kind of icons or emblems, maybe is a correct word, of of Star Wars. But yeah, so these are the two pieces.
Yeah.
That's a good word to use. So each of them have an emblem on there. So is it like the Empire and the Republic, is it? Or?
Yeah, essentially on these, it's similar to the Galaxy's Edge hard cases. They always have an emblem, either specific to the character or the...
But their ones are also plastic.
Yes.
Aren't they? These are like that, almost like hollow. Is it hollow the right word? Like a shiny...
Yeah, it's not
foil type.
Yeah, it's like a foiled
thing. You guys can make that one out there in the light. And we'll see. I keep going to call it the Luke, the Skywalker lightsaber. And then is it like a magnet piece or something?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a magnetised thing that's...
And it opens up. Both up there. Again, we'll do close-ups for you guys so you can see everything. And so yeah, what instructions?
Yeah, it comes with an instruction sheet, which, funny enough, is something that I've always thought was kind of lacking from the Galaxy's Edge boxes. You don't actually get an instruction sheet with most of the lightsabers.
Yeah, and some of them have different, like, interchangeable parts.
Yeah,
things,
which
right?
doesn't. Obviously, it's fairly easy to work out, but it's not always obvious.
So maybe we'll start with the Skywalker one and close that up so we have a bit more space. And so if we go across here, what are the pieces that we have then?
So you've got the stand for the base, which then comes with some kind of sticky bits
They're
to
like feet, maybe.
Yeah, I think to stop it like moving on, depending on what surface you have it on. The actual main attraction, the actual
the hilt,
the Skywalker hilt, which is still quite a heavy thing. I mean, you can see how.
Yeah,
I guess that's why it's not really designed as a child's toy. I think they are.
I don't know if you guys can hear. It's quite heavy. It's made out of metal, right?
Yeah,
so.
It's a solid piece of other pieces for the stand, which kind of slot together.
Okay, yeah.
So that essentially makes the. We've already put together the one that was in the Darth Vader box.
Yeah. Neil Buchanan, here's one we made earlier.
So that kind of
And I guess it sits inside, right?
Yeah.
Again, we'll obviously do close-ups.
And then at the end you get like the belt clip, so you can actually clip it onto your belt if you want to go out cosplaying.
Yeah.
And hook the D-ring over the belt clip and have it hanging off your belt. Although you'd have to have a pretty strong belt.
Yeah,
pretty
true.
Sure that would,
how I suppose actually it goes in.
Yeah,
it's quite secure,
like
right? Yeah, like you say, it's.
That would be a lot of weight on my trousers if I was walking around with that.
And then of course inside, underneath, is where the blade is, right?
Yeah. And then the blade, as you can see, is kind of sitting in the bottom of the case.
And this, what did you say, was the
31-inch blade, I think they consider this. So all of the so obviously this is essentially, if you buy this and then later buy another lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge, these are all, you can use the same blade. They're all interchangeable. It kind of works like a UK light bulb bayonet fitting, essentially, with the two prongs. One's larger than the other, and you just push down, slot it in, and turn it, just like a light bulb. Yeah, essentially.
Light bulb, lightsaber, I guess.
Mm.
And then I suppose the Darth Vader one is really exactly the same. The only difference, I would assume, is the hilt. But I don't know if the belt clip. It looks the same, right? I think.
Yeah, all the other pieces are exactly the same. The only difference in this set is essentially the actual hilt of the saber,
which obviously makes sense. Different
exactly.
character, different.
So obviously he has his D-link higher up, so I guess that actually hangs off his belt like that. But
yeah, same. Rest of the pieces are the same. The blade, the belt clip, and then the stand. So I guess next, maybe if we take a closer look at the maybe the hilts themselves, and we'll try and compare and see how authentic these things are. Is authentic the right word?
Yeah, I think so. If you're authentic to screen.
Yeah, what's that
material.
word? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is authentic, like screen accurate replica. You guys get the picture. So looking at images and videos online, it's pretty accurate. Maybe accurate was the word I was looking for.
Movie accurate. Accurate.
And I mean, I don't know if you know the full kind of build up of a lightsaber necessarily. I think wasn't it in like one of the games? You like put together some of the pieces.
Yeah, I think so. And obviously, it's been in some of the Clone Wars episodes have focused on when the Padawans had to build their lightsabers. You've got like I can't actually really recall all the different pieces. And obviously, in Fallen Order, you had the option to outfit your lightsaber with different emitters and the other pieces.
Obviously, the grip. You've got the grip. You've got the button.
Yeah, the emitter, the crystal, which obviously you can't access in these ones.
Because is this part the button in like the movies, right? Is that how they would like use their
I believe so.
finger
Yeah,
to, like,
depending on the
so it is actually the button as well.
Yes.
Because some of them are a bit different, right?
Yeah, depends on how they
build the mechanisms.
Yes.
But yeah, you've obviously got this. I don't know why I say obviously. You've got this lightsaber book, and I thought it'd be good to read like some of the passages from it.
Yeah.
So it mentions obviously the Skywalker saber, and it says the Skywalker lightsaber is essentially the UR lightsaber. Does that mean anything? It's just UR-lightsaber, against which all others must be measured. It is the first lightsaber seen in a Star Wars movie, was the first lightsaber prop created for 1977's Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, and has been celebrated as one of the most famous fictional creations in movie history. In a Daily Telegraph survey, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber bested a fierce field of competitors, including Robin Hood's bow and Indiana Jones' bullwhip, to claim the #1 spot as the favourite movie weapon of all time. Set decorator Roger Christian, I think, knew he was on the brink of something special when he found the pieces for what would become Luke's lightsaber in a vintage photography shop in London. I knew this lightsaber was the Excalibur of this film, he recalled. I knew it would be the iconic image. In the movies, the Skywalker lightsaber passes through many hands. It is constructed by Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars and used by him until he loses it on the lava planet Mustafar. The lightsaber is kept by Obi-Wan Kenobi, who then passes it to Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. Luke later loses the weapon during the duel on Cloud City, only for Maz Kanata to become the weapon's next on-screen caretaker. Eventually, Rey claims the weapon as her own. We kind of alluded to that a little bit earlier. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool representation. We'll obviously put the representation, maybe that's another good word, but we'll obviously put the blade in it at the end, power it up. Let's now check out Darth Vader's lightsaber. And then on to Darth Vader's lightsaber. I guess it's Anakin again, or as Obi-Wan calls him, Darth in A New Hope.
You can't win, Darth.
I still always think that's a little bit weird, but again, a pretty good representation, I think. And but one thing you noticed was like we have seen some pictures where the wires.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the wires are slightly different or if they're different colours. I mean, there's been a lot of things over the years that came out of the new movie or came out of the original movies, where obviously a lot of the colour saturation and changes in edits made things look different to what the colours they actually were, like Han Solo's jacket.
That's
on
the
Hoth.
famous one, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think there was a few things on Hoth, wasn't it?
Yeah, even the AT-AT drivers, I think technically their costume's grey, whereas it looks white.
Yeah.
Or it's like a bluish grey or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, again, it's got like grip, the control. Is that also where the switch is on that one as well? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think in universe that obviously the difference between the buttons I think is but the grip of the button I think is also specific to the Jedi who decide what to have and how to obviously turn on their lightsaber.
Because obviously I assume in the films it's more like it's like almost like a touch thing, right, rather than a button, or
possibly.
I've just never really
Yeah, I guess you never really see it massively focused on in the movies in terms of
Yeah.
how they ignite the blade, and you always kind of think, would you not just use the Force to turn it on?
Yeah. And again, we'll go to the book. We'll read the passage from the book. So it says here, in his first few hours as a Sith Lord, the fallen Jedi Knight, formerly known as Anakin Skywalker, spoilers there if anyone didn't know, continues to carry his blue-bladed Jedi weapon, even using it to exterminate younglings inside the Jedi Temple. Only after he loses his lightsaber on Mustafar and undergoes full-body cybernetic reconstruction does Darth Vader seek out a suitable replacement for his lost blade. Not satisfied with a curved hilt saber, he takes from fallen Jedi Master Kirak Infalar. Does that ring any bells? Yeah, I assume that's how you pronounce that. Vader installs its crystal in a new hilt he has designed himself. Darth Vader's red-bladed lightsaber bears design similarities to his original Jedi lightsaber. Its hilt is solidly constructed from a shiny silver alloy and features numerous black highlights, including raised hand-grip fins and a matte cover for the chamber concealing the weapon's power cell. Inside the hilt are two dual-phase crystals that allow Vader to control the power and length of the blade through adjustment knobs. Vader wields the lightsaber throughout the original Star Wars trilogy, cutting down Obi-Wan Kenobi aboard the Death Star and severing Luke Skywalker's hand in a duel on Cloud City. The weapon is presumably destroyed with the second Death Star at the end of Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi, but moviegoers get to see it in action once more in a memorable scene in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. The version of Vader's saber shown on these pages are from that appearance. So, yeah, maybe because the picture in this book is slightly different, right?
Yeah, so what, these pictures are based on the Rogue One?
It seems like it.
So,
and obviously, I guess, with Obi-Wan is currently going on at the moment, we're seeing this usage again.
Yeah, there's probably... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they remade the prop for each movie anyway. It tends to be what happens, and they've made improvements each time, so there probably are always going to be subtle differences. I think his costume was a big one that went through changes between all the different variants.
Precisely. And we have, one thing we should also mention, we do have the Hasbro version of this as well. You originally got a lot of the Hasbro versions.
Yeah, quite some time ago.
I mean, we won't take a look at it now, but if you guys would like to see a comparison video comparing this one to the Hasbro one, do let us know in the comments section below. So all that's really left now is to pop the blades in, really, and you were saying there's a piece in here we have to take out first, right?
Yeah, so you just pop the end cap out, which I guess is obviously like the emitter's top that would make it... Oh
yeah, I can see there's like grooves or something.
Yeah, where like the real blade would be, so you just pop them out there.
We'll obviously do close-ups of that again as well.
Yeah, they've just got the same little clips on the side as the blades have, so it just sits in there, it's not screwed in.
And then here we have the blades that we showed off before, so what you line, because I don't really want to break this.
Yeah, you just line up the...
Oh yeah, have I got it? I think I might pass that to you actually, I'm a bit scared to break something.
And obviously the blades are fully interchangeable, so it doesn't actually matter which one comes with which.
Yeah, because the colour, I guess, is in the hilt. Like
it's actually designed from the hilt, so rather than in the LEDs of the blade itself.
And then you just push up.
Yeah.
There you go. And now, so there is like some function of...
Yeah, if you...
Oh yeah, it's kind of like
it's like a kind of wrist flip.
I don't know if you guys can see there on camera. I think the blues, the reds may be coming up better. We'll turn the lights off in a sec. See if we can get like a nicer sort of colour scheme. But let me switch that one off for now, just so you guys can also hear the kind of sounds, because they're slightly different as well, right?
Right.
Maybe a scratch on there. Obviously, I suppose this bit at the top, you guys can see that's a little bit annoying because it doesn't...
Yeah, it's obviously there's no LED in the very top of the thing.
A sort of knobbly bit, really, and it's...
Yeah,
that would be my only
because
thing.
they might just cap that. It seems a bit weird.
Yeah, which could have maybe been better.
Yeah, it's definitely a scratch. But yeah, you can hear the hum of the...
And that comes from the hilt as well.
Yeah, so the actual speaker is in the bottom.
Yeah.
So it'll actually, whoops, just take the shelf out. And obviously, yeah, even as it...
Some movement.
Yeah.
On the Hasbro ones, they have a bit more...
Yeah.
But they're like, well, I'd say more toys, but they're not really, are they? Because they're still expensive.
Yeah,
themselves,
they're not that cheap either, but... Well, at least when you... Yeah, they're probably far more expensive on the aftermarket, but yeah, if you turn the loop one back on, you can hear
You can hear
the difference in the...
So this kind of sound really reminds me of the scene when he's doing his first training on the Falcon.
Yeah, what with the droid.
And even if you... There we go. It's kind of almost like that, isn't it? Like when he's blowing. I mean, that one was maybe a bit louder, but you do get the flash there if you guys can see that there on camera as well. But yeah, I mean, what else to say? I mean, for the price, you would expect these things to be that cool. This one, yeah, it's the same up here, right? It is. You guys, maybe I don't know how well you guys can kind of see that on camera. Actually, while we're looking at that doesn't look too bad. But when you look at it in person, it is a bit... I just feel they could have done something a little bit better there. Yeah. Because the blades normally, when you buy them separately, they're not too cheap either, right?
No, I'm not sure what the actual price is in the US. Obviously, in the UK, there's only a double box toys, really a reseller of Galaxy's Edge pieces. And yeah, I think the blades there will go from anything from £80 to £90, depending on the...
Which I suppose is a good thing that you can then interchange them, obviously, because...
Yeah, so I mean, if you bought one of these from the Disney store for the £160, you can then use that in any Galaxy's Edge blade, except probably for the Darksaber version, because obviously the blade is different. But...
And we've got the Darksaber as well, so that's also going to come up in a future video. Oh no, that's the Hasbro one.
Yeah, it's the Hasbro Darksaber.
That's pretty good. I mean, again, you guys, the red always looks a bit weird on camera, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why they went through so much like colour saturation in the original movies as well. But yeah, it always looks like very orangey to me, as opposed to red on the screen. But maybe if you had a top-notch 4K camera or whatever. Or whatever they use to film Avatar, maybe it would show up in pure colour.
Not too many like the dual sounds, is there?
No, I think the Hasbro ones are slightly better for that. I think.
Yeah.
But I think these are really displayed more for. I mean, does it actually say in the instructions that these are not a toy?
Yeah,
I believe there's something in there about it.
Maybe we should shut them off. And that is going to do it for today's video, guys. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with us here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and we hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. Did you guys enjoy these? Have you picked them up? Would you spend that kind of money on these lightsabers? And we are, of course, continuing our own Star Wars celebration here on the Geek Lounge. Plenty more to come on Lego, Funko Pop, lightsabers,
some special edition lightsabers.
Yeah, the whole shebang. So make sure you guys stay tuned. What's the easiest way to stay tuned? Simple. Subscribe, hit click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.
Peace out, nerds.